Hello, friends, foes, and people in the know. I'm here with a collective message for you. I know I've been off YouTube for a while, so if you're still here, thank you so much. If you're new, welcome to my channel. Lots of amazing offerings for the end of November, so make sure that you follow me on Instagram as well and stay up to date with everything that I'm putting out here into the universe. A couple things before I start. It's a very strange, scary time in the world. We have, 5 genocides happening: Armenia, China, Myanmar, Palestine, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Haiti, trans people in the Americas specifically, to name a few, and of course the ongoing colonial attempts of African descendant people in the Americas and Native people in the Americas. So the holiday times in general can be pretty overwhelming times for people, but with what we've seen and what Palestinians have experienced the last 47 days, it's very overwhelming. It can be like a lot. So I just want to remind you of a couple of things before I get into the message. First, make sure that you're taking good care of yourself and you're looking after your loved ones, right? If you haven't heard from people in a while, check in on them, make sure they're doing okay, talk to the people you care about. And if it's easier for you this year to rest, then rest. If you don't have money to spend on making a big, holiday celebration, don't. Focus on, just your health and wellness and the health and wellness of those that you love around you. And also, it's incredible to see people doing so much and coming together for Palestine, and whatever you're capable of doing for the people of Gaza, do. But the people are the ones that can really have an effect here. So relying fully on institutions or governments isn't really the move, or doing huge fundraising efforts. The people of Gaza, the people of Palestine have said repeatedly and continually that funds are not really able to reach them, and that the most important thing they want people to do is just share their stories and tell their stories. So I just want to say, if you're able to share, retweet, share photos of Palestinians and what's happening to them in Gaza, if that's what you've been doing, if that's all you're able to do, that's enough. Don't stop. Keep doing that. And know that that's what people in Palestine have asked for, and know that you're doing the work in that way. And of course, shout out to all the lovely protesters and everything. Y'all are warming the rest of our hearts this holiday season. So, next Monday, the 27th, this Monday, upcoming, is a full moon. And it's this is a good time to be just getting ready for that. So in preparation for that, so I don't know why I got so close. I'm like, it's a full moon. In case you didn't know, now you know, hitters. It's for a mixed audience. Okay. Yeah, that's it. So we're gonna get into a collective message. And again, just thank you so much for being here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and like the video so it can reach who it needs to find, and so you can see every time I post new videos. Thank you so much. All right, let's get a message for the collective. First card, 7 of Chalices, 7 of Cups. Okay, this should not come as a surprise, but it is definitely a time to attend to your spiritual matters, attend to your practice, attend to your prayers, attend to your, that was rude, cleansings, attend to your whatever it is that you have faith in, whatever it is that gives you faith, because I think I'm going to read most of these, because that's what you're being asked to do. 5 of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, it feels like maybe there has been some kind of feeling of build up, and then maybe like pause or like delay in some type of financial matters for you. This could be like you waiting for like a holiday bonus. This could be money coming in that you wanted that isn't here yet. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse is saying that there's something that needs to be addressed and be regrounded. And as I'm talking about grounding and spirituality, I'm really feeling like this is something that has to do with people having energy blockages, specifically around things connected to home and rootedness, and just, you know, when we see what we're seeing in the world now and everything, first of all, it brings up ancestral traumas for all of us, right? Of war, famine, genocide, all of these things. So things that are activated within us are not just ours, but also ancestral. And so for some of us, it's like our ancestors also need that like reassurance, but they can also reassure you because they have been through things like this before. So, you know, if you have a strong practice of being in connection with your ancestors, make sure that you're being very intentional, working with them, you know, praying, elevating, asking for support. If you are a Christian, Muslim, Jew, Hindu, Buddhist, Jain, the one that Rainn Wilson is, then get together with your people, do your prayers, go to your, you know, mosque, temple, prayer situations, do your community congregational things, you know, really work with your prayer or conjure practice at this time, because it's really needed, like for you, for the world, for the animals around you, for the people around you, but to help with that groundedness and that rootedness. I also feel like, you know, there is a shift in what's happening with money right now, not only in terms of like people calling for a boycott, but in terms of the fact that, like, shout out to Cardi B, like, for saying this the other day, like, in this country we really are in a recession. It's people who are facing their first winter, it's people who can't afford clothes, food, jackets, it's people who are homeless, it's people who are really going through something. And so we're getting these really conflicting messages because this is the time of year people are being pushed to spend so much money. Black Friday coming up, but this is also the time that people are really having to sit with and reconfigure what their priorities are. So if you're also feeling like your money you have questions around your finances or your money, this could be a good time to do a new budget for you. This could be a new time to consider just maybe doing things a little bit differently with your money in the immediate future and seeing if that has any helpful impacts on you. And it will immediately. These are all freaking pentacles. This is crazy. 9 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, and the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so that was cute. These are all the ones that fell on the floor, by the way. This is like adorable. So basically, they're saying, like, as long as you do that, literally, you don't have to worry about money. Like, you're set. You have everything that you need. Even to see the 10 of Pentacles out there and the Ace of Pentacles is, like, obscene. Not obscene. Sorry. It's, they have me say obscene because it's, like, filthy blessings. Yeah. Four of chalices. So there's a need to spend time for this collective, right, in gratitude for what we have at this time. It feels like maybe there's things that it feels like maybe there's things that we are not appreciating that we should appreciate. And okay, cool. So, like, you know, we all have a different, you know, position in the world. They'll have a different purpose. But, like, you know, creator, your guides, your spirits, like, they can see everything in the world. And so for them to see, like, you know, you maybe having running water and then crying about how you can't afford, like, Christmas gifts, it's giving unbalanced. It's like, if you want to get to a position where you feel more comfortable, you have to be really, really cognizant of and thankful for the position that you're in now. Know that there are people who would do anything to be in your position now. And it's not about comparing yourself to other people. It's about remembering that you got to this position by not giving up every day of your life to get to this point. So how kind of dare you spend time and not give thanks? And I think part of that, what they have me talking so much about your connection to your spirituality, your faith, is that when you don't make the time to do the things that keep you grounded, for yourself, for your you know, ritual practice, it also shows kind of intention, and it's almost like ancestors sitting in a corner with their arms crossed, like, you know, or, you know, angels and everything, like, we've told you what you need to do, you're not doing it. Like, this seems a little bit ungrateful. This seems like we're giving you a chance here. We're giving you an opportunity to, like, really do things differently and make sure that you can embrace that. This also sometimes means that maybe there's a little bit of closed offness or isolation or just sadness that can cloud the you know, reality of the situation. And so spending some time in, like, slow, quiet practice of doing things that do make you feel good, that are healing. Specifically, you know me, I'm all about the somatics practices, right? Specifically things that can help move energy through your body. These are going to help you, like, you know, gentle, like, stretching or yoga or dancing, whatever you can do to help move things. Yeah, confirmation through your body. Yep, because then you have Three of Wands. Three of Wands specifically is, like, about your business. Three of Wands means, like, you have how can I, there's like a metaphor that's trying to come out here. It's like, it's about your business, it's about your finances, but it's also about your action and your practice. And so it's like you okay, I'll talk about, like, Mama Mia too. When, like, in Mamma Mia 2, there's, like, this idea to have this big anniversary celebration, honoring life party, all this kind of stuff. But the house, the hotel, the place gets, like, wrecked by a rainstorm. They're like, what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? But throughout the whole movie, they're also showing how this place was all run down and how this woman restored it and rebuilt it day by day, year by year, hammer and nail by hammer and nail, until, you know, her daughter and then eventually her grandchild have, like, inherited something different. So, ooh, loose. So, like, the things, like, the way that your money is going to come in, your stability, your blessings, your partnerships that are good for your business, your collaborations, your future visions, are in the consistent, slow and steady, you know, work of, like, appreciating what you're doing, like, appreciating getting into different routines, but also you're being blessed with things that have been building up, like, from generation to generation until you're at this point. It's like a sort of a stability that has been coming for a long, long time. Yeah, just confirmation, Eight of Pentacles and the Chariot. So for you, this could also be connected to travel, but this could also be you leaving a position that you're in to go into more fruitful fields. So this could be you leaving a business, this is really about, like, business. So especially talking to, like, small business owners, entrepreneurs, artists, but this is about you leaving some kind of work that you're doing to do something that's more fulfilling and that's also somehow more aligned with your, like, practice, prayer, or cultural position. And this can also be you physically moving, you moving your job to a new location, you moving your business to a new location, you actually moving from one location to another location that is more suitable for you. And what I would recommend to all of you to do is to get into astrocartography. And if you have a budget for it, perhaps get an astrocartography reading from, not a paid ad or whatever, what is it, Cosmic Connections? I can't remember their name right now, I'll post it, but they're on TikTok. It's Dom and Michelle, and they're a couple. They're, like, the astrocartography people that I would recommend personally. But doing some kind of astrocartography, just pulling your chart, getting some help with that to see where you would be most aligned for your finances and for success. I feel like that's going to be really important for my peoples. So check into, yeah. The Magician. Yeah, it's like, just like magic, babe. Like, when you follow the things you're supposed to do in your life, it's just like magic. For some of you, maybe you're looking into writing, speaking your truth, but this is like big speaking, like your voice reaching a lot of people. You could be looking into, like, singing. You could be looking into, like, starting, like, you know, spell work, or having spell work done for you, doing like workings, doing conjure, having someone do work for you, or just starting to get more into like a magical practice or connecting with people in that kind of way. And I see like that's going to be really, really beneficial for you. You could even, this could also be like you leaving a like one like spiritual group to find or found another. That's a big word for Elmo. Some of y'all are natural leaders and cultivated leaders, and it's time to take yourself seriously here. Knight of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Two of Swords. Yeah, it's like this. I feel like people are very questioning. This is like a money reading to the max, a career reading. People are very wondering about their finances, and the money is coming in, but there's a need for you to like stop seeing yourself as, there's a need for you to see that like everything that you have done up to this point has been training. Not to say like your work is not work, but to say that like even times you didn't know you were training, like you remember the Karate Kid and Mr. Miyagi, like, babe, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And the Page of Pentacles. You're rich. Like, you have money coming in from like every corner. You need to find the way to embrace it. That was that piece about foundation. So Mr. Miyagi in the original Karate Kid, or the recent one with Jaden and Jackie Chan, shout out the Karate Kid. I think it's even on Netflix. Go and watch it if you want inspiration. And then stream Never Say Never by Justin Bieber. That's literally such a little motivational song for you. Put it on your playlist. Anyway, yeah. Courage. The whole thing about Mr. Miyagi's training methods is that, shout out to Cobra Kai. There's something new. Maybe there's a new Cobra Kai season coming out, but there's something about Cobra Kai that's relevant here. I'm specifically seeing with Daniel Russo and like his car salesman thing. Maybe some of you are getting a new car. Maybe some of you need to get a new car or upgrade your car. Thank you, Spirit. The thing about Mr. Miyagi's training method is that his students don't even know they're training, right? He just has them doing things around their life that seem like it'll make them more disciplined. The whole time he's firming up their muscle memory, right? Take off your jacket, put the jacket on. Take off your jacket, put the jacket on. And at the end of like 6 weeks, the child is like, this is such BS. I call BS. Like, I've reached my limit. And then the teacher just like attacks the hell out of him. And he's like, put your jacket on, put your jacket off. And his muscle memory has shown him that he had a skill that he was building that whole time that he didn't even know he was building. It's like that for you with your job or your life purpose. Some of you, this is very important, because some of you, you're like a teacher, okay? You're like a teacher, but every day you go out and you buy a new paintbrush. Every day you like draw in your room for hours at a time. Every night you watch animated movies. And you like go and you're a teacher and you're like, yeah, I'm a fine teacher. And you're an artist the whole time. Like, what you're supposed to be doing is like doing art. So there's some of you that like there's something that you're naturally drawn towards, you're naturally good at, you're naturally like feeling the pull towards, but there's something that's holding you back from like taking that step. That's being cleared away. The only thing that was holding you back is some kind of excuse, like respectfully, like with respect to your own personal circumstances. It's some kind of excuse also of the fact that like, I can't do this. I don't like, no. You're Daniel-san. The universe and your guides have been giving you that muscle memory and showing you the entire time that you've been building up towards this thing. So it's time to literally step out on courage, step out on faith. Just take the first step. My head hurts. That was a lot. This is important. Some of y'all are changing career paths and you're doing something that you didn't even think of, but that's so innately natural to you. It's because that's what you're supposed to be doing. This courage card in the other deck is the card of strength. This card, it's beautiful because it shows like you have to have strength, you have to stand on strength, but it's also always like a hug, like a warming affirmation, like that, your guides, your spirits, your angels, your ancestors, they see your strength and they honor you for your strength. But strength in the Rider-Smith deck also is connected to Leo, right? Leo season Leos, and if you know a Leo or you have any Leo placements, or about lions, they're all about being seen, showing their mane and taking long naps and just like being cute, being sexy. You need to show up. you need to like fix your confidence in whatever this arena is, because like, yeah, you're what's missing, babe. You're what the world is missing. You can't sit back and be like, I'm aggravated that nobody made an animated movie about Legos because that's all I want to see, when like you're the one that was supposed to make it. I don't know why that's coming up specifically. There's like literally a bunch of Lego movies. Maybe there's a new one coming out. Who knows? Knave of Swords or the Page of Swords. Yeah, I mean, this is new for you. It's not new, but the way in which you do it is a new beginning for you. And it's time to like nurture those tender beginnings. I'm really hearing tender beginnings. Like when you take a seedling and you plant it in the ground, and then it grows into something that feeds your whole family or community, or a mighty oak or a sapling. You need to nurture this goal, this vision, this pulling, because it's like literally here to change your life and something you were born to do. So don't worry. Just start slowly taking those steps. Then we have the Six of Chalices, or the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is also, yeah, because this is so sweet. Because this thing is connected to also your inner child. Whatever this is for you, however you're taking this, wherever it resonates, this is about nurturing your inner child. That's what some of the blockage is. Somewhere along the way, using that same artist teacher scenario, someone was like, stop doodling, stop wasting paper, stop, like somebody like did something that like put a halt on your inner child's like love for this kind of creativity and for this passion and for this thing, and it created a situation where you're like, okay, I'll never ever ever do it again. But you're binding yourself. You limit yourself even with your words and with your actions. Someone comes up to you and they see your paper and they're like, oh, I didn't know you were an artist. And you're like, I'm not. Every single time, you are binding yourself with your own words. You are limiting yourself. See, they said that thing about the hug, and they had me turn off fierce, because they're really telling you, like, what do you, like, stop holding yourself back. There's no one who is, like, really the most person in your way right now but you. So respectfully, get it the fuck together. Seven of Pentacles. Is that all the pentacles? Is that every pentacle in the deck? Okay, this is something that, you know, it does take, you know, a bit of like hard work, a bit of building. It's a myth, right? When they say like, if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. That's not true. That's not true. Everything takes work. But you get to work on it, something that you love, that motivates you, that inspires you to be better, that brings a light in you. Okay, then we have 6, which is the Lovers. Just confirming what I'm saying, but also saying that when you do the things that you love, it brings a spark and a joy in you and a purpose that connects you to, you know, divine union and your higher passion, your higher purpose, your higher calling. This naturally outwardly reflects in your relationships, your romantic partnerships, your friendship connections, your connection to your relation of everything around you, the earth, people, you know, your spirits. When you're able to be in that union, it's like, what do they call it? Flow state. It's like you can be in your flow state. You can create and you can do beautiful things. Now, we also have the Empress. So the more that you tap into these things, the things that you love, you're nurturing, the more that you also tap into really just reparenting yourself, nurturing yourself, and that abundant creativity comes out in all forms, but especially in your artwork, in your job, in your passion, in your speech, in your emotions, and how you relate to people. This is the energy of creative and generative abundance. It's like when you so like I'm a Reiki practitioner. When you do Reiki, and you will hear, there's someone, I think it's like Montauk Chi. There's somebody that I follow who teaches Qigong on Instagram, and we say the same thing. So like in Reiki, when you're like doing a Reiki session on somebody, like you're connecting to, like, you know, energy, light, source, however you're gonna call it. And so Reiki, doing a Reiki session on someone should never deplete you. It should always re-energize you, because as you do a Reiki healing session on someone else, you also receive a Reiki healing session on yourself, because the light is flowing through you. this man who talks about, working with his chi, working with, qigong, moving and doing those natural things, talks about when he's connecting to other people, he grounds himself first, and when he's sharing his energy with other people, he doesn't leave feeling depleted, because he's doing so in a generative way. He's just opening himself up more and allowing, more to flow through him, instead of allowing something to limit him. This is also the energy of the Empress. The energy of the Empress says, okay, so you're hosting 15 events this month. How is it possible? It's because every new thing that the Empress goes to create or work on naturally enhances the environment of everything around her. Oh, one of those events just employed 30 more people. The next event just brought, support and resources to 30 other people. The third event brought finances to her family, and a new venue that people haven't heard of. It's like the things that you do are generative and creative, so they don't deplete you. If you're feeling depleted all of the time, then that's a cue that there's something that you need to leave and walk away from. And so as you're moving into this energy of the Empress, right, as you practice embodying this energy more, stand more in this energy, be more, sit in that energy more, you start to see all the things that you continue to need to leave behind. And this does come back to some of you actually moving away from something, but for all of us, this is also, Scorpio season, the season of moving away from and letting go of those things that are depleting to you. It's funny, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and she said to me, like, oh, I just lost 600 pounds this month. And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, I cut off about 3 people that were weighing me down, and I didn't realize that. I was like, oh, dip. What a way to say that. Like, that's also how they have that, like, that little meme that's like, the best way to lose weight, lose 250 pounds, lose the opinions of a person who's weighing you down, right? And then Ace of Chalices. When you move away from the things that are limiting you and draining you, even no matter how scary and dangerous and treacherous it is, when you leave that behind to move on to something else, when you take that leap of faith, you're always rewarded. You're always rewarded for going in the pursuit of your dreams and taking a leap of faith. Even if you fail, which, by the way, you can't, like, learn in this life without failing, you still grow. Ace of Cups is that juicy energy. Ace of Cups is like all the blessings raining down on you, you filling your cup, and then you can also spill over into others, you knowing how to be very blessed onto yourself, and that energy naturally flows into others. But there's also the energy of really good, firm connections, foundations, and very fulfilling intimacy, very beautiful connections with other people. So good for you. And then the Two of Wands. I think overall the thing to know is that your foundation is really changing for the better. And this message can be a confirmation for you. Yeah, that's so sweet. The Four of Wands behind that. These things that you're working on, I mean, essentially yourself, but it is leading you into a position of more joy, sturdiness, stability, long-term commitments, marriages, contracts, partnerships. This is that foundation being so strong and so beautiful that it's able to hold all of the blessings. This is so random, but they're also showing me 2 other things when I was talking about Mamma Mia. One of them was like, there's a movie like Woody the Woodpecker or something on like Netflix, and like there's like, I just keep seeing like a picture from that of like a foundation being built in the woods, but it continuing to be knocked down, right? Like this one little thing, I guess I'm talking about the movie. This one little thing, this woodpecker keeps knocking down the house until the people who are building the house learn to like live with that woodpecker, learn how to be respectful of the land. But also there's something where like if you keep building something and it keeps falling down, there's a message there. Like your foundation has to be built in order for you to put the roof on. Like there's something that you need to do. Like you're wondering why you're not in the position that you want to be in, or like you don't have the financial resources you wish you had, or a certain kind of access, or something that's lacking fulfillment in your relationship. And it's because like there's something that you missed where you need to go back to the basics. That's why they're having me talk about all this stuff too, the Miyagi, all that stuff, the basics. There's something basic that you need to do. For some of you, it's as simple as going out and connecting to nature and like allowing yourself to like be gently in the flow of nature every day, and that's going to help you. For some of you, it's more impactful, like actually you're building a house and you need to work on the foundation. But they're really just showing me like this is so important. Like, thank you. Like, I get it, Spirit. You have to have that consistency with the foundation if you want to see the results that you're looking for. And I think the reason they're having me harp on it so much is also because it's not really, Rome wasn't built in a day energy, you know, like you when you see like something happen overnight success, it's not from overnight. It's because people have been building and building and building. So like what you need to understand is that like you could always be like that one, like, you know, brick away from completing the Taj Mahal or whatever. So like don't stop, don't give up. But if you need to reassess, reconfigure, you know, reset the way that you're doing certain things, then don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to try new methods. Some of y'all spirits annoying. You're like asking the same question again and again and again and again. And it's like, bro, like, it's not necessarily that you're doing anything wrong. I think that's the message. It's not necessarily that you're doing anything wrong. It's just that like building these great things takes time. And every time you like limit yourself and tell yourself you can't speak over that yourself in that negative way or compare yourself to someone else or whatever, it's taken almost as a sign of disrespect by your spirit team, by the universe at this point, because it's like you're not seeing how far you had to come to get to this point. You're not seeing how far your guides had to come to get you to this point. You're not honoring the whole process of all of your ancestors that have existed from the beginning of time and survived and lived and died for you to get to this point. So like show like just some more gratitude, please. Thank you. You got a little talking to today. That's okay. Six of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. Yeah, this is again just connected also to taking care of yourself, taking care of your body specifically. It's like and also this is about you going out celebrating, honestly. This is literally 32. Ooh. Check out those mirror numbers. This is about you going out with a significant other. This could be with a divine counterpart, or this could be with a like soulmate connection that is not romantic. It's literally two different things for different people in this collective. For some of you, it's like with like your love, and for some of you, it's like with a love, but that's not a romantic love. A best friend, a work connection that's really meaningful, something, whatever it is. Like you need to do that, because when you're looking good, feeling good, when you're in that energy of celebrating, that joyous energy, like that helps you. And just a reminder to celebrate. I see with that Three of Cups that there is going to be celebration coming into your life soon. There is going to be a reason for you to go out and celebrate manifestations and creations, but you also have to take the time. You have to make the time to do those things. You have to make it a point to celebrate your wins. And let's be real, being alive is a win. So find a moment to celebrate yourself. It's very important. Okay, we have a Knight of Swords here and the Ten of Swords. Interesting. Can I have more context about this? With Temperance and the Hanged Man. Okay, because obviously the Ten of Swords is about, you know, betrayal, but also betrayal being finished. Knight of Swords is about someone coming in, some kind of betrayal, patience, and then you just being in this constant flow state with spirit, or this divine connection. This is about your angels coming through for you, your guides, and helping you to deliver messages and things that you need to hear, helping you to live a different way. This is Uranus energy, underworld energy, tree of life energy, being connected to this realm, the above and below, all at the same time. Okay, your wounds, your wounds, your betrayals, your past hurts, your past suffering, they were brutal, they were terrible, sorry that you went through them. But they were also the tools that help you unlock the medicine that you have, the medicine of your voice, of your experience, of your story, for yourself and others. That's also how you heal others, right? That's how you learn compassion for others. Even if it looks different to like certain people. Like even if people, like you could be in a room with 3 people and you start talking about an experience because you're being called to talk about it, and the person you're talking to is like laughing at your face, but like there's 2 more people in the back of the room quietly watching and listening, and they don't say anything, but like your story just changed their life. You never know how your experience, you never know what other people are going through, you never know how you speaking about your experience and sharing your experience and sharing your knowledge is going to help other people. And that's part of your medicine that's here on this earth, and that's part of what you're here to do on this earth. There's things that you do that people don't understand why you do them, and it's because of certain things that you've gone through that you automatically know, how to work with or help other people. They're showing me, like, there was this thing I was watching, this episode of Grey's Anatomy where this doctor, he like just got onto the show. He like had cancer as a child, but like nobody, like that's new for the viewers, new information for the viewers. So he gets this young patient and they find out he has cancer, and this little boy's so sad, and he's like, am I gonna have to like lose my hair? Am I gonna be a bald freak? And the doctor just picks up scissors and just cuts off 3 pieces of his hair. And he was like, I don't know, do I look weird? And they're all laughing, and it was like such a natural thing for him because like he had been through that same cancer as a child. There's something here about you naturally stepping up and that being a big medicine for people. But there's something they keep having me talk about hair. So some of you, like, for some of you there's something different that needs to happen with like your hair. For some of you specifically, like if you're wondering about shaving your hair or cutting your hair, that's a yes, because I feel like, when people get initiated into many different traditions, they shave their hair. It's like they're born anew. That's their new birthday, right? As a monk or a priest or a priestess, or in certain traditions, or when somebody dies and you're grieving. But also, like, our hair not only holds memory and is our, like a connection, almost like an antenna. Our hair, they say that some hairstylists, they can look at the pattern in your hair and they can see where a certain trauma started. So for some of you, you're going through just a massive big change and transformation, and they're saying, like, if you're wondering if you need a haircut to like levy off some of that energy, and they have me use the word levy specifically, I don't know why, then yes, like doing a massive like big chop or starting over with your hair or something, it's gonna just feel like so much lighter, so brand new, and give protection. We also here have danger, which I'm pretty sure corresponds to the devil card. So for some of you, there's a need to protect your hair. Okay, this is so corny. There's some people who are like out there like actively trying to do like spell work on like your hair. Shout out to Marcella Crow for this nice little spell. All you need to do, yeah, look at the back of my neck is getting all tingly. Ain't nobody scared of that bullshit. I'm gonna give you some protection help in a second. So there's a way to, okay, actually this is really important, because in a lot of traditions, where you dispose of your hair, what happens with your hair, people can, you're not supposed to throw your hair outside, because a bird can take your hair, put it in your nest, and they can make you go crazy. That's one saying. I'm not going to talk about all the others because it's above y'all pay grade right now. But if you, cut your hair, or when you cut your hair, or when you even brush your hair, you're supposed to be very intentional what you do with that hair, because you don't really want to leave it out. But anyway, this thing that Marcella says is, and not just Marcella, I'm sure, but shout out to her. What is not on my body is not of my body. What is not on my body is not of my body. What is not on my body is not of my body. Because it's a lot of like vindictive people in the world who are always like, you don't understand this, perhaps, but there's people who are like your ops and your enemies, like just because you don't think about them, whatever, but they're like watching you. I'm sorry, this is not to be paranoid. This is just like the way that people are, the way of the world. And so there's people that look for that opportunity for, like, you know, fingernails or hair or whatever. But I'm getting specifically for this collective. There are some type of people in some part of your sphere that are looking for perhaps for some part of your hair specifically to, like, maybe to bind you or something. Okay, so much about hair is coming up. So take care of your hair when you get it. You can throw it away. You can have somebody who loves you sit next to you and burn it. You can just literally burn it, but the smell is not great, so you could do that outside. Just be intentional of your personal effects right now, and be intentional of specific new gifts from people. Be attentive to energetic attachments right now. Okay, cool. So you also have judgment. Because these people who are like literally trying to do all this funky stuff with you, they're being judged. They're being judged for that. But there is also an energy of, it's something about your hair. People are like I was literally hearing like Samson, you know, like Samson and Delilah, like your hair is your strength. For some people, like they're really like love your hair or think about your hair, and you shouldn't just let anybody touch your hair. So just be aware of that, because for some of you, I feel like this could be a message in the upcoming weeks. Like you could have somebody who you work with or who whatever come up to you and just be like, oh, like you look so nice today, look at your hair. And like you think they're just like being sweet or it comes off nice, but that's like evil eye on you because they're jealous or whatever, and like they shouldn't be touching you. Be very energetically sensitive and intentional for the next 2 weeks specifically. Actually, I mean all the way through to the end of the year, but in this next 2 weeks, in this rest of the time up to the full moon and the time immediately after the full moon, there's some type of heightened energy here. And Scorpio energy is very beautiful, it's very potent, it's very deep, it's very dark, you know, the bottom of the ocean, the bottom of your heart. But it's also the stealth, the obsession, the stalkers, the ex-lovers who were, you know, dangerous. So be mindful. Or the ex-lovers who were dangerous, their exes, people thinking about you you're not even thinking about. The way they've had me talking about this for so long, this is really important and relevant to some of you. Cover your head when you go outside sometimes. Wear a baseball cap. Wear a wig. Wear a bandana that you enchant or put some Florida water on. But protect your head at this time. Woo! Thank you, guys. Let me just. Oh. Yep. That's the funny thing about spells, you know? You don't even know these people are wishing downfall on you, and the whole time they're just so jealous of you. Anyways, 10 of Wands, Knight of Chalices, 10 of Wands, Knight of Cups. Finished. Emotional connection. Okay, with the 10 of Wands, there is a cycle that's coming to an end, a cycle of you overburdening yourself, overworking yourself. But this is also to say that the work you have done, the overwhelming and beautiful work that you have done, is not only not going unnoticed by spirit, but there was like a judgment that was in session, and that is done. Perhaps this is you judging yourself. Okay, that's finished. I got a phone call coming in, confirmation. Perhaps that's you judging yourself. It could be connected to ancestral, you know, wounds, family ties, family bonds. That's done. So you can breathe a sigh of relief. And the Knight of Chalices. There's somebody who's coming into your life or who's already in your life that is so good for you, that's going to help you blossom emotionally, open up. This is a person who is a whole new beginning with you, okay? If you're in some kind of committed relationship, this could be just a new chapter for you all. If you are in some type of, you know, already these relationships with, like, you know, a job or creativity, there's just something new. There's just a newness that's here. And this is also you just being able to see yourself differently and do things differently. I was looking at a different deck yesterday where the Fool is listed as the dreamer, right? 0, coming back to 0. Infinite possibilities, infinite I wanted to say limitations, but it's the opposite of limitations. Infinite possibilities and infinite abilities. I'm gonna have to make some adjustments in a minute because there's some rowdy spirits that are a little annoying, so they need to back the fuck up. Six of Wands. Victory. Victory over your enemies. Victory over defeat. Victory over defeatist ways of talking and thinking about yourself. Victory over... this is about saying affirmations to yourself and changing your own positive energy. Internally changing and then the internally reflecting outwardly. This is about victory over all the things that made you feel small or limited or like you couldn't complete certain things. This is you moving into your alignment with your destiny and not only being seen as you are and as you should be, but like allowing others to see you, if that makes sense, and allowing yourself to see others. For some of you, you've been just really shaking off the muck for a long time, doing cleansing after cleansing, and you know your guides are proud of you. Okay, we're gonna put these away. We're gonna just shuffle these for a few seconds here. Ooh, my goodness, beautiful. It's really a whole new season, and I love that for us. While I'm shuffling, if you did want to donate to Palestine in a useful way, you can use the filter for good on Instagram. It's got some watermelons on it, and it will match all your content. You know why? Because all your content should be about stopping genocide, but also because you can use that filter underneath. You can make that video and then you can put another video on top of it or whatever. Another thing that you can do is send eSIMs to Gaza so people can get online and share their stories. I posted about that. Everywhere I post, you can see that. Yeah. All right, Spirit, can we get 3 more cards just to confirm and close out this message, please, for this collective thank you, to see what the people need to know. To close this out. Thank you so much. That's 3, but I'm gonna get 1 more because the way those 2 came out together, I just want to. So the first card is gonna be the 8 of Cups. Okay, so this is important. So we have the 8 of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles, 4747. Your angels are so happy that you're here, and so am I. Thank you so much. If you're still watching, if you have iPhones, you can leave a little emoji of like those little wings or a feather. If you don't, you can leave a little blue heart in the comments if you'd like. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out and salute. This is beautiful. Then we have the Knave of Pentacles, or the Page of Pentacles, and Courage. Valor. To victory. Let me explain this to you in a real quick little sentence. You leave behind what was limiting you, what was holding you back, what was hurting you emotionally. It's scary. It's a journey. On the other side of that journey is everything that you've ever wished for and more. Land of milk and honey, baby. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Look at this life, man. It's lessons on lessons on lessons, okay? Knave of Pentacles. It's everything you thought you needed, and then it's the money to support you into getting a whole different lifestyle. Perhaps also travel. Like specifically like to somewhere far away. But it's the money that comes in to help you get there. And then strength. It's a journey. It's going to require a lot from you. But not only can you do it, you're not doing it alone. You're supported. It's a part of your purpose and your path. And you're blessed for so doing. Woo! Thank you to my guides. Thank you to my guides. Thank you to my guides. Thank you to y'all guides. Thank you to the spirits for showing up and showing out. This was a heavy one. Seriously? Seriously. Leave. 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 Leave it behind, baby. Leave it behind. The Sun and the Queen of Wands. And courage. When you go on this journey of faith, when you go across the waters, when you go through that emotional part of yourself that you're scared to face, when you do that, the sun shines on you, my friend. You have a moment of carefree bliss, relaxation, and joy. You are making your grand entrance onto the world stage in a way that is appropriate for you to do so. You are in your power. You are spiritually flowing and fulfilled. You are taking meaningful action all of the time to not only benefit yourself, but to impact the whole world and the whole planet by you being more in your purpose and in your light. Your strength inspires millions. Millions. Your strength inspires millions. This is connected to your past generations. Your strength inspires millions. Yeesh. So take heart. Take heart. Know that you're not doing it alone. 10 of Cups. Happily ever after. That's what's waiting for you. So don't wait for it. Meet it. Do something every day that scares you. Not that hurts you. That scares you. Okay? All right, we're going to pull a couple oracle cards too. So let's do it. Rejoice in celebration. There's that 3 of Cups again. I feel like for some of you, there's something that you're going out to very recently this week, and that's going to put you in, you're going to meet somebody there that's really important to your life. That's all I'll say about that. Emotional loss. Moving on, emotional loss. For some of you, those people, those situations in your past that have hurt you, those things that have really held you back, this message is really about how you're going to be leveling up and leaving those things behind. That's really beautiful. That's really beautiful. And that starts with you, like, making the time for joy here. Oh, we have memories of love, okay, and movement, choices, and decisions. Yeah, it's big changes for this collective. With memories of love, there's something that I want to share. Oh my God, they're telling me that line from like Romeo and Juliet. Like, to have loved and to lost is better than never loved in the first place. And like, okay. Triumphant success. Okay. The point is, like, when you love, it's never a waste. It's important because, any, relationship that didn't work out, any friendship that failed, any, job that you're excited about and then it just crumbled before you. Any time you've loved and it's not like it didn't go according to your expectations, it's still a gain. It's still a win, because love helps us be more in tune with our heart, our purpose, and it helps us be more connected to everything, alive around us. And so you can honor that no matter what. Movement, choices, decisions, and triumphant success, and material harvest. That's what I was talking about with the pentacles. Don't be surprised. Rest and rejuvenate. 4. Didn't I say go outside, be in nature, help with the flow of the natural? Okay, I did. I really did say that. So just a little confirmation. Rest and rejuvenate does not just mean sleep. What is it? There's like 7 types of rest. So you might think like, I'm getting all my sleep every day. No. Do restful things. If you're sitting down and you're like, should I be cleaning or sweeping or doing, that's not rest. Sit down and listen to Andre 3000's new album, New Blue Sun. Listen to those 432 hertz. Listen to those binaural beats. Do things that help your mind and your body rest. Okay? Stretch. For some of you, I'm here, do the ice thing, the Wim Hof, the ice thing. That'll help with your anxiety. Do the cold shower thing. Not for me, but good luck with that. Sorry, it's really helpful for people, but not everyone. Do the things that help you to actually rest and be more just like embodied in your life. And also make sure you're spending time outdoors, because in all the chaos of things around you, you can still see the trees that stand. You can still see that they've held their connection to the soil for all those years, and they teach you how to bend but not break. They teach you how to be firm and resolute without being aggressive and demanding. They show you how to be still. Being in nature teaches us the things that we need to know. For some of you, I would recommend singing or humming when you're by yourself, maybe. I have trapped in fear and throat chakra. For some of you, you're afraid to speak up about certain things, or even do those certain things. That's connected to doing that inner child healing that I was talking about with that, scenario of a person who gets deterred from their life path when they're young and they continue doing the things, but they can't do it publicly or take it to the next level. So I would recommend just humming and singing and just like filling your throat chakra and just feeling this space of like where your voice is and honoring it and making sure to give yourself space to clear some of that stuck energy. They're also showing me there's those teas that you can drink. I mean, you can just go and pull up whatever tea is calling to you, but there's a blue tea that you can drink that will help with the messages that are stuck in your throat. Blue lotus tea. Get it from anywhere you want. Solitude. Yeah. Make sure you spend some time alone before this full moon and after this full moon. Make sure that you're spending time alone to integrate the messages that you... Make sure you're spending time alone to integrate those messages that you have without being, interrupted by other people, so you can actually hear and feel what your higher self, what the earth, what your body are trying to tell you. Immediately, some of y'all neurodivergent asses, I can relate. Talking about I can't sit still, I can't be still, discontentment and boredom. I don't want to sit alone with my own thoughts. Don't. Go for a walk and listen to binaural beats. But if you can't spend any time alone, like, that's a big problem. So, like, make sure that you're doing that respectfully, okay? Safely. Because, look, accelerated motion. It's like as soon as you cross that river, things become clear for you. I'm going to make you a celebrity overnight. It looks like it was instant, but it took a lot of lifetimes and a lot of generations for you to get here and to get to this point, okay? One love, peace and blessings. Beatus Manere, thank you so much. If you want to send a donation, my Cash App is Butterfly X Goddess. My Venmo is Rose and Clove 999. Stay blessed, stay blessed, stay blessed, stay blessed. You're doing great.